Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, this is David here with Mac Tutorials 14. Alright guys, so before we start off this video, I just wanted to come to you guys and basically say, so my friend Michael's helping me out, as you'll see in a little while. You'll see that in maybe like a minute or so, but my friend Michael's helping me out with this video, and I'm really thankful, so make sure to go follow him on Twitter. He'll shout himself out like a million times. But, and I'll leave his Twitter handle in the description, as well as I might also do a couple of other things. I don't know what I'm going to be doing, but anyway, so he was nice enough to actually record a tutorial for me, just basically because I had another video that I was editing, and I didn't understand the code all that much, and since Michael's like a better developer, well, I'm not a developer, but since Michael's pretty much a developer and he can read code a lot better than I can and understand code a lot better than I can, I figured it was more than necessary to actually do that. That way I wouldn't be sitting here actually talking to you guys about something I know nothing about and questioning whether I think it's actually the right way to do it or not. So before we start, I just wanted to say my friend Michael helped me out. So anyway, guys, yeah, that's pretty much it. And yeah, so go ahead and before I let him talk, because I'm not sure if he said like comment, subscribe, or whatever. But I'm just gonna let you guys know, if you guys want to see more content like this, I do bring you guys Apple news, tech news, jailbreak tweaks, jailbreak reviews, whatever. Basically anything basically anything in the tech world that you can think of that's Apple or iOS related, I will be covering pretty much on my channel to a certain extent. So anyway, guys, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm so not used to doing this at the front end of a video, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm gonna let Michael talk now. This is David signing out. Peace.
Hey guys, it's David's friend Michael. I am at Raise Our Best on Twitter, and I am an iOS hacker developer, and today I'm going to be showing you how to use iNeil's wonderful script, Savethemblobs. Now what Savethemblobs does is it helps you to quickly and easily, once you have it installed, save your SHSH. If you don't know what that is, it's a tiny little file that is checked every time an iOS device starts up. If everything in the file is valid, then the device will start up. If something is invalid, then it won't start. It's as simple as that. It is unique to every device, and it's unique to every software version of iOS. So it's really important you save your SHSH, because if a downgrade were to ever come out, then you would need your SHSH to downgrade. And Apple only gives it to you when Apple is publicly signing that whatever version of iOS they're signing currently, which I think right now it is iOS 8.1.3. This script will help you save that. Now this tutorial is going to be very command line terminal heavy. That might be very scary to some, but don't worry, I'm going to walk you through it. So the first thing we have to do is Savethemblobs requires a Python module called requests. So we have to install that. So let's open terminal. And so in order to install it, we need to type sudo, which gives us root privileges to do things like install things on our computer. easy_install. Easy install is a Python package manager. And by the way, if you ever plan on using Python again, I would highly recommend installing pip. It is a much better package manager than easy install, but it doesn't come pre-installed on OS X, whereas easy install does. So easy install is quick enough, fast enough. That's what I'm going to show you how to use today. So sudo easy install, and then we need to tell it what to install. So we need to type requests, the Python module we want. So we can just hit return. And normally sudo will ask you for your password. It doesn't on mine because I used the sudo command and put in my password within the past 15 minutes. But when you do, just enter the password you used to log into your Mac. It's the same password. It won't look like it's accepting your input, but trust me, it is. It's just like how on a website it shows a black dot instead of your actual password. This just doesn't show it. So yeah, easy install was successful installing requests, so we're good to move on. Now we can actually download the Savethemblobs package. So we can just go to its page on GitHub, which is GitHub, https://github.com/Neil with a capital M /Savethemblobs. And so we can just hit download zip. Now what this will do, it will download a zip file of everything in this repository, including the Savethemblobs script that we need. So now we have it in our downloads folder, and I would move it somewhere safer, like I'm going to put it in my documents folder because I don't go there that often. So I can put it in documents, and there it is. Now we want to go into that folder button terminal. So in order to go into a folder in terminal, we type CD. Now in the 1950s, when the command line and terminal and everything was first being designed, programmers were very, very lazy. And so they didn't like typing much. So instead of typing out change directory, which is what CD stands for, they just decided to make it CD. So we type CD, and then we can actually drag and drop this folder into terminal, and it'll paste that path in for us, and we can just hit return. So now we're in that folder, and we can run the Savethemblobs script. However, Savethemblobs requires us to give it a couple bits of information when we run it. Now it requires our device's ECID, the electronic chip identifier, and our device's hardware ID. I will show you how to collect those. So first, I'll show you how to get the ECID. Now, I'm going to show you how to do this on a Mac. It is possible on Windows and Linux as well, but I'm just going to show you the OS X version today. Now, in order to do this, we need to plug our device into our Mac. I have my trusty iPhone 5S here. Mine is jailbroken. Yours doesn't have to be. I'm just jailbreaker. And so now we need to put it into DFU mode. If you don't know how to do this, you do it by holding down the power and home buttons at the same time for 10 seconds and pretty much until the screen goes black. And then letting go of the power button and just holding down the home button until iTunes tells us it detects the device in recovery mode. So I'm going to do that now. Again, you just have to do this until the screen goes black, like it just did, and then just let go of the power button and keep holding down the home button. Now, in a moment, iTunes will tell me that it has detected my device in recovery mode, and there it is. Or maybe there it isn't, perhaps. It should only take about 12 seconds or so. I just believe my Mac is being kind of slow here. Seeing as the screen is not turning back on yet, yeah, there we go. Now it's recovery mode. Now this technically isn't recovery mode. It's actually in a more vulnerable state called device firmware upgrade mode. It just allows us lower level access into the iPhone system. This will also work on any Apple TV, iPad, iPod Touch as well. But the way we get the ECID that we need on OS X is we go into System Profiler. It's actually System Information on OS X 10.10 Yosemite, but on earlier versions it's System Profiler. So we can find it by going to Hardware and then USB on the left sidebar, and we can scroll down a little bit until we see, where is it? Apple Mobile Device DFU mode down here. So it gives us our ECID right here. It has a field for it here. And now this is in a form called hexadecimal. So we will need to paste it in as with a 0x and then this part. So we can just copy it. And then back in terminal, we can type Python to tell the system that this is a Python script and it should run in this as such. Savethemblobs.py, which is the name of the script, and then a 0x, and then we just paste in our ECID. And then we need one more bit of information, which is the iPhone's hardware ID. Now, the way I like to find this is I just go to idownloadblog.com/download, and they have a great list of them here. So it's actually on the download links. You can just click this box, and it'll show it to you for any iPhone, iPad, iPod, or Apple TV. Now, I have an iPhone 5S GSM. I know it's GSM because I have AT&T. In the U.S., the two major GSM carriers are AT&T and T-Mobile. If you have Sprint or Verizon, you have the global model, though their technology is technically called CDMA. So I have an AT&T iPhone 5S, so that means I have an iPhone 6,1. So we can just go back into Terminal and type that in, iPhone 6,1, and we just hit return. And so it fetches the SHSH for my iPhone from Apple, from Cydia, and from iFaith. Now, why doesn't it just fetch from Apple and not Cydia and iFaith? Well, it's because both Cydia and iFaith used to, at least, I don't believe at least Cydia does anymore, and I haven't checked on iFaith in a while. They used to host this great service called a TSS server that would automatically do this for you. Now, they don't do that anymore. It's kind of fallen great disrepair. At least Cydia has. Again, I haven't checked on iFaiths recently. Yeah, I don't have any blobs on that server. But it requested the latest blob for me from Apple, which is iOS 8.1.3 from my iPhone. And we can verify this by typing ls, which lists everything in a folder, a tilde to go to your user's home directory, a slash. By the way, a tilde is on the keyboard to the left of the 1 under the escape. Anyway, yeah, tilde slash period SHSH. This is the folder in which Savethemblobs saves the SHSH blobs that it gets. So once we hit return, we can see it successfully saved my SHSH blob for iOS 8.1.3. Now, there is a much easier way to do this than from gathering all that information. I will show you that in the next video in this series, to which there's a link in the description. But I hope you found this one helpful, and I will see you guys later.